So today we have a fun one. The Samsung Galaxy S7 versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. That's coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping to master your technology, and welcome to Galaxy S7 versus Samsung Galaxy Note 5. Now what I have here is the AT&T models. One is a Snapdragon series and one is an Exynos series device here on the right. Let's go ahead and boot these guys up at the same time and talk a little bit more about them. So the S7 is Samsung's latest flagship smartphone, and Galaxy Note 5 is Samsung's latest phablet due to the recall of the Galaxy Note 7. This is the latest Samsung phablet you can buy right now, the top of the line, until the Note 8 comes out. Now you do have the S7 Edge, but that's a different line of phones there. So the Note line, this is the current Note line device, and you do get a 2K display, and the Note 5 beats the S7 on the boot up test. 2-year-old phone, well, not really 2 years, it's like a year and a half almost. It's about to be 2 years here in the spring. But the S7 just lost, and a lot of you might be saying that's due to the Exynos, and that might be. I cannot tell you for sure because I don't have an Exynos Galaxy S7 here. But both are 2K AMOLED displays, and one has 577 pixels per inch. Yes, you guessed it right, that's the Galaxy S7. 515 pixels per inch here for the Galaxy Note 5 across a 5.7 inch Super AMOLED display, Quad HD. Over here you have the same thing over here, Quad HD, or you could say 2K display over here on the Samsung Galaxy S7. Both 2K displays, both extremely sharp, both AMOLED, both have deep blacks. But I do think that the Galaxy Note 5 has a more enjoyable display just because it's a bigger display and you could read more text across that display here. Now I want to mention a few things before we do the app test. Let me go close out all of the applications here. I was testing them before we did this video. So what are the advantages you're going to get on the Galaxy S7 over the Samsung Galaxy Note 5? I think you're getting a better design in terms of the, the ergonomics, the feel in the hand. I think you're getting better storage because you can expand the storage here on the Galaxy S7, whereas you can't expand the storage here on the Galaxy Note 5. You get a more recessed camera so it doesn't stick off the edge. So if you got OCD and you're afraid of, I just opened Temple Run, if you're afraid of, how would you say, scratches on your camera, you're less likely to be a little bit worried about that on the Galaxy S7. If you guys want to see a camera review between these two guys, go ahead and drop that down below in the comment section. We'll try to make that happen here on the channel. Both have heart rate monitors. I found the S7s to be a little bit more accurate than the one on the Note. You do get water resistance on the Galaxy S7, and here are the advantages for the Note. Of course, I'm going to go straight to the S Pen. The S Pen is a huge advantage if you're a creative person, and I find the Note to be a much more productivity-oriented phone. It's much more productive. If you're a productive, creative person, or you like writing notes in class or whatever you're doing with your life, you're really going to enjoy the Galaxy Note's S Pen here. Now, I do think you get the advantage of more screen real estate, but you could just say get the S7 Edge, and that would pretty much make that argument go away. But we're talking about the small S7 versus the Galaxy Note 5 here. So I do think that you get, how would you say, well, I don't know. The S Pen is pretty much, and the screen size is pretty much the only advantages of the Note. I think the processor and these particular models are better here for the Note, and just the whole Note suite of features. So when you pull the S Pen out, let's see, when you pull the S Pen out here, let's go here. When you pull the S Pen out here, all this suite of features here is an improvement over the Note. So those are pretty much the improvements. The speaker is probably a little bit louder here on the Note as well. Other than that, they're about the same phone other than that. But let's talk more about them here. Let's go ahead and close all the applications out. So you can see everything is closed. And let's start our app test. Both are running Android version 6.0.1 Marshmallow. On the Samsung Galaxy S7, you do get the included feature of the always on display here, which you will not get on the Note, which basically puts your display on always on, where there has this floating clock which is customizable there on the Samsung Galaxy S7, and on the Note you do not get that feature. But both have LED indicators, so it does not really matter. You're still not going to miss your notifications on either device here. Now I tend to enjoy the Note device more because I think that Exynos processor is much more optimized for Samsung, even though Samsung does build the Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 processor in the Samsung Galaxy S7. So let's go ahead and close everything out. You can see everything's closed. Let's become the calendar here. Well, jumped ahead there. The note's ready to go. It said, let's go, boys. Let's get to it. Let's do this thing. Let's go into calendar here. And you can see the note is ahead already. Let's go home. As a matter of fact, let me make sure developer options are fair, because I don't think I have them set, because I usually tweak them to 0.5. And I know some of you want to see that. So if you guys want to see that in the future, I will tweak the animations down if you would like to see that. Yeah, I had it on 1x for the S7. So that first test is not fair. I'll redo that really quickly here. Let's go home. Let's close everything out one more time and get back into this test really quickly here. So let's go into calendar. About the same, let's come home, let's go into calculator. About the same there, let's come home, let's go into camera. About the same there too, let's go home, let's go into clock. And about the same there, let's go home, let's go into YouTube. And let's go Note 5 on that one, let's go over here. And about the same there, let's go into my videos. Galaxy Note 5, Samsung Galaxy S7. So you can see the Note 5 might be a faster phone here. Let's go into Pi Geek, or Appy Geek, whatever you want to call it. Digest, Note 5, Galaxy S7 catches up, so I'm gonna give that one to the S7. Let's come home here, let's go into Play Store. You can see Note 5 slightly ahead. Let's come home here, let's go into Play Newsstand. Let's go to next, annoying ad, that would have been about the same. Let's come home, let's go into Play Newsstand one more time, see about the same. That's RAM management there. Let's go into Internet Explorer, or did I just say Internet Explorer? Internet from Samsung. Galaxy Note 5 won that test. Let's do one test to Yahoo. Both devices, 3, 2, let's go. You can see the S7 ahead, but who finishes first? S7 about the same. So S7 was ahead, but they finished about the same time in the actual loading of the yahoo.com. Let's go to new tab. And let's see what we can do here. Let's do Amazon on both. Amazon. So let's see, Galaxy Note 5 slightly ahead there, but about the same. Let's come out of there and let's go into S Health. You can see Galaxy Note 5 ahead. Let's come home there. Let's go into phone. Galaxy Note 5 slightly ahead. Let's come home here. Let's go into Amazon app. Galaxy Note 5 slightly ahead. So that Exynos is more efficient than this A20. What? Let's go into eBay. Now I know what a lot of people are thinking. The Exynos is not better. The Note 5 is not better in gaming. And if you guys want to see a gaming test, we can make that happen. So comment that down below if you're interested. Let's go into Instagram. And let's go over here. I just come out of there. You guys can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, _Nick_Ackerman. Link is down below in the description area. I post things related to the channel on this page. So you guys can go check that out if you're interested. But that was about the same on Instagram. Let's go into Zedge. And you can see, look like the Note 5 might have lost that one. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go on to Wikipedia. And you can see that was about the same. I really couldn't see a difference. Let's come home there. Let's go into Temple Run on both. Here's gaming right here. Let's see which one loads it first. Note 5 was ahead, but about the same there in terms of the overall loading times. Let's come home here. Note 5 back to the home screen first. Let's go into Subway Surfers. Now in terms of battery life, both are about the same actually in actual usage. Both have 3000 milliamp hour batteries, and I found them to be just about the same. S7 might get slightly better battery life. Note 5 loads the game faster than this A20 S7. So this is pretty kind of annoying, because I thought this was going to be an upgrade over my Note 5, and it's turning out that it's not truly that much of an upgrade at all, besides the expandable storage and the water resistance, which is not a huge deal for me because I use a camera for my videos, not the camera on my phone too much. I use it sometimes, but not too much. Let's go into speed test here. Let's see which one pulls in the better Wi-Fi speeds here. We'll start with the Galaxy S7. And then we'll do the Note 5. So the Note 5 is just loading apps faster than the S7. So if you've got a US version of the S7, or you're thinking about getting a US version of the S7 and you had the Note 5, unless you need the storage upgrade and the water resistance, this is not really an upgrade at all, I would say, over this Note 5. I mean, you're seeing it here in this video. In terms of performance, you're not upgrading at all. So you really got to decide if you want the smaller form factor, you just want to be on the cutting edge, you want water resistance, and you want the expandable storage. That's pretty much what you get with the S7 over the Note 5. Other than that, there's no difference. The Note, you actually go down in screen size, you lose the creative function of the S Pen. So It's really up to you guys to decide. In my experience, I would not upgrade from the the Note 5 to the S7. And when I got this phone, I didn't upgrade because I wasn't getting rid of my Note. I was just thinking it's going to be a nice phone, and maybe the S7 Edge is closer to the Note, but you know, the S7 is about the same. So 90.24 on the download, and you can see right here 89 on the download for the Note 5. So the S7 brings in better download speeds here for these devices. So let's come home here. Unless this is where the Note 5 just absolutely annihilates the S7. I've already tested this and I'm sure it's going to hold true here. So this is multitasking. Now in terms of just scrolling through, no issues whatsoever on either, both extremely smooth. Let's go into calendar. So about the same there. Speed test, about the same there. And let's go to Subway Surfers, about the same there. So now the S7 is showing me up because I'm doing a video. Let's go to Wikipedia, about the same there. Let's go into Zedge. So no reload, surprisingly, in this test here for the S7. This is shocking. Let's go into internet. And the Note has to reload. I was just talking about how the Note was gonna annihilate the S7, just proved me wrong. So let's go into, yeah, I could be wrong sometimes, but I swear I just tested this video, or this test before, and the S7 was reloading apps left and right. So let's go into S Health. Note has to reload S Health there. So I guess it's sometimes the S7's a good multitasker. I mean, based on this assessment or this test right here, didn't want to take a loss there, but both have to reload there. So both are not the best in RAM management, but honestly, day to day, I found this Exynos model of the, you know, Note 5 to be a better multitasker than the S7 and to be more reliable phone day to day. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up this comparison of the Samsung Galaxy S7 versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. Now I know there's so much more we could talk about with these guys, features all day on both of them, but I think this was enough to help you guys decide if you want to pick up a Galaxy S7, Galaxy Note 5. Really what you got to ask yourself here is, do I want an S Pen? If you want an S Pen, you got to stay away from the S line of phones. You got to ask yourself, do I want expandable storage? You got to stay away from the Galaxy Note 5. If you want a big phone with expandable storage, go with the S7 Edge if you don't need the pen. You got to ask yourself another question. Do I want to save some money? Because the Galaxy Note 5 is about $100 to $150 cheaper now than the Galaxy S7, and these could be had for about $250 depending on where you look. And this is an extremely phenomenal smartphone for that price point. I could recommend this over almost any budget smartphone right now at like $250, and that includes the Honor 6X. That device doesn't have a 2K display, doesn't have the 16 megapixel amazing camera here, and the heart rate monitor as well as a S Pen. So this is a really phenomenal device for that price point. But yeah, that's pretty much what you got to decide when you're deciding between these guys right here. Other than that, both pretty great smartphones. Both are really good. What are your suggestions? Which device would you go with? The Samsung Galaxy S7 or the Galaxy Note 5? I would love to chat with you guys about that, so comment that down below in the comment section of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, click the like button for me. Helps the channel out a lot. And have a great day wherever you are. I will catch you all in the next one. This was Nick here, helping to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.